RadioShack has filed for bankruptcy protection last week. It plans to sell off hundreds of stores to the investment firm Standard General.
It's time for a new RadioShack.
What's up, guys? It's Jason here, and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Comeback of 2020 Insight. Once upon a time in electronic land, before there was Fry's Electronics, Best Buy, Circuit City, and finally, there was RadioShack. Found in various malls, RadioShack carried a full array of batteries, resistors, adapters, latest toys, answering machines, CDs, radios, and cassette players. RadioShack was also one of the first stores to offer computers, TRS-80, for sale. It was a toy store that enchanted young and old alike through the siren call of technology. You might have heard of the bankruptcy of RadioShack, but not how the full story went. One thing for sure though, I'll bet you didn't know that RadioShack is coming back strong in 2022, but in a way you might not have expected, through cryptocurrency. In fact, the new slogan of RadioShack today, bringing cryptocurrency to the mainstream via a 100-year-old brand embedded into the global consciousness. Sound familiar? Well, sounds like WeWork's mission before the IPO collapse, which was to elevate the world's consciousness. Today, we'll explore the rise and fall of RadioShack and what will happen to RadioShack in 2022. Hint, radio crypto tokens. But before we begin, I need a quick favor from you. If you wouldn't mind just hitting that like button for the YouTube algorithm, I'd really appreciate it. As this is a brand new channel I started this year, it helps me out a ton and it allows me to continue making great videos like this. Thanks for doing that, and now let's continue on with the RadioShack comeback of 2022. RadioShack History. 3 years ago, Company Man produced a video in response to the pressing question by many of his viewers as to what happens to RadioShack. In that video, the history of RadioShack was highlighted with its business birth in 1921. The video followed the electrified business plan of RadioShack and ultimately took the viewer through a short-circuiting of its company, which created a negative experience for shoppers and resulted in the subsequent decline of the company. The major reasons for its demise? Oddly, it was their primary focus on cell phones, aggressive selling of calling plans, and inattention to customers. And of course, the common evil enemy, the internet. In the day, RadioShack was so cool that even the heralding of customers to this wonderland was electronic. One viewer recalled as a youngster remembering the electronic ding-dong. I remember when I was a kid going into one, and they had a huge stack of RC cars and airplanes and cool electric stuff. We got our first IBM computer from RadioShack. I remember the ding-dong when you walked through the door and the cool gadgets at around Xmas time. However, to stay in business, it takes more than the appeal of a ding-dong to welcome customers. It's all about profit. The last year that RadioShack realized a profit was in 2011. From there on forward until recently, it has been a slow drain on their business batteries. At the end of October 2014, quarterly reports indicated that the company was losing a circuit-breaking $1.1 million per day. The first RadioShack bankruptcy. On February 2015, RadioShack filed for Chapter 11. In March, Standard General brought to the bargaining table a $160 million offer. The deal was a combination of extending credit on debt that is owed and cash. This business deal kept 1,743 stores operational and saved 7,500 employment positions. In May of 2015, the bankruptcy plan transferring RadioShack assets to General Wireless was accepted in the amount of $26.2 million. After the air spraying was done to remove the dust, a new company by the name of General Wireless Operations emerged from the wire clippings and fried resistors. It would appear that the name of the new company reflected RadioShack's stubborn focus towards its commitment on cell phone sales. Subsequently, they maintained their affiliation with Sprint in the hopes of moving successfully on with the brand. However, it was not a story that ended with, "and they all lived happily ever after." Following the bankruptcy court action, RadioShack/General Wireless, like a red negative wire, continued to uncoil downward. Now stay with me here, the story gets more interesting. RadioShack bankruptcy returns. In March of 2017, a second bankruptcy ensued. 200 physical locations of RadioShack were completely gutted and all assets were liquidated. Included in this total sell-off were inventory, supplies, fixtures from the store, probably including the chime announcements, and old memorabilia. The Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing was finalized that same month. Of the 1,300 remaining stores, several hundred were converted into Sprint-only locations. By May of 2017, all stores were closed with the exception of 70 corporate stores, and RadioShack began to shift its business model to conducting business strictly online. Of course, when finances are involved, people's emotions escalate, and RadioShack was not without controversy. In June 2017, the name brand RadioShack was put on the auctioning block. The sole bidder was Kensington Capital, which obtained the RadioShack brand and the amount of $15 million. In finalizing its partnership with General Wireless was the provision of General Wireless retaining RadioShack's warehouse, e-commerce site, dealer network operations, and 28 stores. In July 2018, RadioShack developed a corporate partnership with Hobbytown USA, but things didn't go as planned. What a surprise! RadioShack for sale again. Unfortunately, like a case of recurring heartburn, in November 2020, RadioShack again was up for sale along with its intellectual property and remaining operations. These operations included about 400 independent authorized dealers, about 80 Hobbytown USA affiliate stores, and its online sales operation. The total package was purchased by Retail E-Commerce Ventures, also known as REV. The specifics and financial transactions or arrangements were not released in regards to RadioShack being purchased by REV. REV is a company that is based in Florida, and its successful business model is to go to the ICU of known brand names, purchase and revitalize dying or on-life support retailers. Some of the more well-known brands that had flatlined and gone the way of the chiming ding-dong included Pier 1 Imports, Dress Barn, Linens and Things, to name a few. An example of REV success is the Dress Barn brand. After being acquired, Dress Barn grew 165% from quarter over quarter since the firm was relaunched on the internet. REV's operational model is dealing or specializing in trusted brands. Their mantra is, and which seems to be successful, is that the brand you have heard of beats the one that you haven't heard of. Of additional benefits is that unlike other notable brands that they have purchased, RadioShack already had an internet presence. Therefore, REV was able to begin immediately implementing their specific business plan and model in providing resuscitation to RadioShack. RadioShack in 2022. Additionally, through RadioShack's rise, demise, broken record, you know those vinyl discs played on record players, they have successfully managed to be around for 100 years as they celebrate their 100th birthday in 2021. RadioShack, like their famous battery, seems to be able to be recharged effectively. The question still remains, how can RadioShack resonate with the younger consumers? REV remains that whatever was cool will be cool again. It's like a wardrobe closet with outdated clothes. Wait a while and the fashion style will once again return. REV will utilize not only the online platform, but also offer RadioShack products through Amazon. Their business thinking is that Amazon is like a virtual mall, and RadioShack will be a presence in this virtual mall as they once were in physical malls. Rather than Amazon perceived as a competitor, they will be one more venue to offer RadioShack products. So that's what they thought, right? The challenge, it also seems and understood by REV, is how to engage a generation that has never, most likely, owned a radio, nor had the exciting opportunities of turning the tuning dial to find their favorite station. But REV believes in brand recognition. They also claim that the new, younger consumers are also do-it-yourselfers, and that is exactly the products that RadioShack offers to the DIYers. So what's the solution? Well, REV decided to do something completely different. The once popular brand associated with electronics transformed into a cryptocurrency company. RadioShack's new mission is now bringing cryptocurrency to the mainstream by creating a new protocol allowing everyone to more easily use decentralized finance, DEFI. If you don't know what DEFI is, check out my other YouTube video, What is the $1 Million NFT? Decentralization and the Future. As their docs say, RadioShack is uniquely positioned to bridge the gap and cross the chasm of mainstream usage for cryptocurrency. Radio tokens and Atlas USV. The company is partnering with Atlas USV, which is a type of crypto protocol designed to expand into multiple layers and applications that the Atlas community and partners can build upon. USV is the token that Atlas uses. These tokens can be traded or stored, also known as staking, where the owners of the token can earn rewards. The website says USV rewards token holders offer staking at over 150% per year. The creators of USV are Alex Mayer and the famous internet marketer Ty Lopez. These are the same people behind REV. It seems the guys over at REV were thinking that what to do with these brands that they owned, saw crypto taking off, and decided, hey, let's use our brands to enter into the crypto space. As said on RadioShack website, RadioShack DEFI will start with a token swap. We believe this is the lowest hanging fruit among the many DeFi opportunities. The RadioShack swap liquidity is long-term or permanent. Since the liquidity pool is owned and not rented, the protocol does not have to continuously mint rewards to incentivize liquidity. I read the docs on the website that talk about fundamentals, competitive edge, and tokenomics with the minting rewards. I must say it's very interesting, but difficult to understand. I think it's something that one would have to try to see how it works. Will we be trading radio tokens like how we trade Bitcoin and Ethereum? Only REV knows for sure. RadioShack 2022 conclusion. Sadly, shoppers will not be hearing the welcoming ding-dong chime and alerting staff of their entrance into a nostalgic visit to RadioShack. Maybe, though, the shopper can customize their computer to sound the chiming, welcoming sound as they enter the doors of the internet to shop online and trade crypto in the future. Do you think RadioShack will be bringing cryptocurrency into the global consciousness? Or will the spiritual ambitions be turned into permanently closed for business sign? Let us know in the comments below. So, with that said, thank you so much for watching my video. There was a significant amount of research and reminiscing of RadioShack that went into making this video possible. If you haven't seen already, check out my video on the Harley-Davidson USA comeback of 2022, or is Kmart coming back in 2022? Those are my personal favorites on the channel. I highly recommend both. As always, stay happy and healthy and stay tuned for another episode of Company Insights next week.